We could just hang them with...
Welcome to the Pat Sheranian Show, and a happy Monday to you. Hope things are going well. Can't say the same at my house. I'm under Murphy's Law this morning. If it could break, it decided to do it either last night or this morning.
Oh, no, not good.
Cold
not
weather,
good.
boo, boo, boo.
Not good.
Not good. So, but we made it. 12 o'clock is a really good time to be on the air for me. How about you?
Anytime is a good time to be on the air.
Oh, that's lovely. Well said, my dear.
Thank you.
My guest, of course, every Monday is Julia Currey. And starting in January, she's going to handle the show by herself. She will be the host on Monday, starting January 2nd. We also have a couple of other changes. Monica Barber was going to be on this morning, but there have been some situations that cannot be overcome. And so she will start on January 2nd also with her program from 9 to 10 a.m., and talking to different types of personalities. What does that mean, different types of personalities? I'm not sure what that means.
Eclectic people. Eclectic people.
And then Verl Osmond, who has been on in the mornings from 9 to 10 a.m., is shifting his program to 4 p.m. in the afternoon. I don't think he'd make it at 4 a.m.
No, I don't think so
4
either.
to 5 p.m. in the afternoon, Verl will be on with his team. And we're just covering the airways and everything in between. By the way, if you've always wanted to be a talk show host, come on down. We can train you, and you will have more fun than you can even believe. And if you'd like to be a guest, by all means, call me, 801-362-9552. We appreciate you if you're listening on KHQN 1480 AM. Thank you for being with us today. Call a friend, tell them to join us, because we're going to be talking about events that are going to be going on today, tonight, and all week long. And so get your pen and paper out and your calendar. And boy, things are really happening in this valley as usual, but more so at Christmas time.
And tell your friends across the world.
Yes, on pat.utahvalleylive.com. Now, Julia will have her own julia.utahvalleylive.com starting in January. And, of course, all of these programs are archived and can be found under utahvalleylive.com. So with all of that, let me thank Kyani, Kyani. They've been so good to me. I mean, these products work. I got a little sniffle from being out late and running around too many nights in a row, and I just doubled up on my little dosage, and my goodness, I was all well in just a day and a half. So I'm back on target today, hopefully, I think.
Well, and it is a season to catch colds and the flu,
and,
so you've got to really take care of yourself.
And by the way, if you want a party planner, I'll suggest Julia. She just threw a fabulous party. I'm not telling you where, but it was miles and miles and miles like dark Africa. Not really. Other things are happening in Africa, and we're going to tell you about that in a few minutes. But meanwhile, let's hear a little commercial about Kyani. So listen up.
Are you an athlete looking for a natural boost to your workout? Have you studied up on the benefits of nitric oxide production to your performance? Then you'll want to try Kyani's Nitro Extreme. Nitro Extreme promotes cardiovascular health and improved blood flow, supports muscle contraction and relaxation, as well as nerve transmission. I use Nitro Extreme right before I lift weights, and I've never been stronger in my entire life. If you don't try Nitro Extreme, you'll never know what you're missing. Call 801-362-9552 to order yours today. That's 801-362-9552. Are you looking to create another revenue stream in 2012? Are you willing to put out the effort to generate some cash flow? Pat Sheranian is seeking 10 motivated individuals to join her Kyani team as independent distributors. Earn as much as you are willing to work for selling Kyani Sunrise, Sunset, Nitro FX, and Nitro Extreme. These great products are helping thousands of people enjoy better health and an improved financial situation. The most successful Kyani independent distributors started by trying the Kyani products, just as you can, virtually risk-free, as Kyani offers a 30-day money-back satisfaction guarantee. Try them and don't like them, and you'll get your money back, less the shipping costs. So many people today are challenged by obesity and diabetes, or don't have enough money for their needs, and they aren't doing anything about it. Don't be one of them. Call Pat Sheranian at 801-362-9552 to find out more about Kyani and what it can do for your health and for your wealth. That's 801-362-9552. Are you looking to create another...
Okay, we're back at the Pat Sheranian Show, and hey, thank you. And I am looking to enlarge my team. These products have been so good to me that I am sharing them everywhere. And so if you need a little extra income or you just want to feel a heck of a lot better, I was diabetic, I am no longer, and that's certifiable, whatever that means.
Well, it's proof. Proof is in the pudding.
And I'm the pudding.
And you're the cutest pudding I've ever seen.
Hey, I just had a birthday, and now I realize if I count backwards, I'm younger than you are. It works out really well.
Gosh, then I must be a babe in arms if I do that math. I don't know.
Oh, you are. Okay. We've got an opportunity to share something with you that's quite exciting, and I've asked Julia to do this because, of course, she is my co-host for this hour, and then in January, as I mentioned earlier, she's going to be running her own show. So here goes with an announcement for tonight, for your family, for Family Home Evening. It's free, it's local, it's in Utah Valley, so listen up.
Yes, actually tonight you have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to meet a man who may become the very first LDS president in the world. His name is Ye Samake, and he's a BYU graduate and front-runner for president of Mali in Africa. And tonight you can come hear him and his experiences as the only Mormon in a 90% Muslim community. I think it's a wonderful opportunity.
It's going to be amazing.
And to take your whole family and expose your children to a little more than outside of Utah Valley. But this event, we're fortunate to have him here in Utah Valley. And he's going to tell in his own words his story about how he grew up in one of the poorest villages in one of the most poorest countries in the world, and how he came to America and found the LDS Church and then returned back to Mali to serve his people. And he had to walk to school every day with an empty stomach, but he was determined to get an education. And he knew who he was. He knew he was a child of God and that God would not let him down. And his faith, I think it's his faith that kept him going. And he'll show you America through the eyes of an African with no money in his pocket, and he'll talk about the blessings of his BYU education and explain the difficult decision it was to return to Mali. I mean, after being in this country where we are so richly blessed and we have so much. And he'll talk about receiving 86% of the vote for mayor in a 90% Muslim country, how he changed the culture of corruption to turn his city into a model of the rule and law in Africa. And I think you'll just leave with a deeper appreciation of our freedoms and the abundance that we have here living in America that so many times we take for granted. And maybe we can have more hope then for Africa and more faith that one person truly can make a difference and have an increased love for all of God's children around the world. It's going to be a great evening. It will be at the UCCU Center. Now, that was formerly the McKay Event Center on the UVU campus, and so it's at UVU in the UCCU Center tonight.
It's 6 what?
Tonight
6:30.
at 6:30.
6:30.
And for free tickets to this event, you can go to Family Night with Yeh, which is YEAH, .eventbrite.com.
Well, now, I just talked to the lady in charge of this, and she said, forget it. Just come. If you can't get online and
Just
you can't
come.
remember all that, then just come. There is no charge. Now, the best way to get there is get on the frontage road on the east side of I-15, a giant parking lot. It will take all of your cars. The weather is going to be cold but spectacular. You will want to take your children to see this man and to hear him. It's going to be an extraordinary evening, so we're going to try and be there.
We are, and so this is Ye Samake, and he's the front runner for president of Mali, LDS man in a Muslim country. It's going to be a wonderful event. So take your family and go afterwards and get your snacks somewhere else.
That's right. They're at 6:30, so this is early. For our listening audience, we've had the picture up of Yay on pat.utahvalleylive.com. Now remember, these programs are archived, so as soon as we're off of the air, give us a minute or two. They're archived. You can go to your computer and see a picture of him. Delightful, wonderful smile, ear-to-ear smile, as they say.
It's contagious, isn't it?
It is contagious.
Very
We're all
contagious.
smiling looking at the photograph. All right, we've got some other things going on.
Just
of course.
tonight. Also.
Just tonight. Oh,
right.
Okay. All right. Let's hear about them because I don't know about all of them.
So you have a few other options tonight. One, it ends tonight actually. It started December 5th, but it's Home for the Holidays. It's a family Christmas variety show at the Sarah, and it's a perfect way to continue the season and the excitement of holiday music and stories and dance numbers. And it's just a really fun, laughter, heartwarming moments with people just performing and really feeling the Christmas spirit. That is at the Sarah in Orem.
Inside at the theater?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Great.
It's inside, and it's at 7:30. Tonight is the last night. The phone number is 801-225-2569.
Do you know if there's a charge?
There is. It's $8 to $10.
Okay.
And so that's tonight. Last night for that at the Sarah. Also, the Ballroom Dance Winter Show at the Reagan Theater at UVU, Utah Valley University. Tonight is the last night for that. And that's at Utah Valley University. And the hours, it starts at 7:30. And it's $10 is the admission. So if you want to call and make sure there's tickets, you can call 801-863-4636. And then the extension.
Let's give that again.
Okay, the extension to that is 6739.
6739. And that's to find out if they still have tickets, right? Okay.
Yeah, call first. The phone number again is 801-863-4636, extension 6739.
And, of course, if you can't remember any of this, you can get it online, or you can call me at 801-362-9552. Be happy to give you those numbers. I do scratch them down.
Okay, she has them.
Sometimes I can read them afterwards.
She has them ready to go.
Okay, what else is going on?
And another one tonight only is Sundance, the full moon cross-country ski.
Did you see the moon over the weekend?
Was there not power in the moon?
Oh, where was I? I had my granddaughter with us, and we looked up. I guess it was it Saturday evening, and we looked up, and here's this giant thing. It looked like a harvest moon.
Definitely,
you know?
yeah,
And
definitely.
Watching it come up over the mountain was beautiful, and then just lit everything up. Just
Well, actually,
gorgeous.
in our Sunday school class
It was
yesterday,
crispy, clear and clean.
oh, it's gorgeous. We talked about Revelation and the symbolism of the woman and the moon and the stars, and talked about the full moon and the lady in the moon, and that there's so much power in that. And that's for another show, though. I won't go into it.
We all were, in fact, throughout the whole world, of course, we all have the same manuals. And we also, of course, were talking about Revelation, and we're in the 6th dispensation, and at the 12 o'clock hour.
Yes, we are.
So we have to behave ourselves. And
Well,
do
it's
all
a
the
good
things we
thing
need
our
to
show
do.
starts at 12 o'clock noon then. At least we got something going right here. We're on at the right time. Full
We
moon,
are.
full moon, and
Wait,
with 12
I have to
o'clock.
howl.
So back
we
to
did the other night. We
did.
stood and howled.
back to Sundance.
All right, back to Sundance.
Sundance has wonderful programs around the full moon, and in the summer, from about June to October, they have the Moonlight Chairlift ride that you can ride the chairlift.
I remember that.
And
Yeah.
it's so wonderful. I do it every year, and when the moon is up and all the shadows, it's such a wonderful monochromatic scene of all the grays and shadows. Well, right now, also, this is the last night, they have their full moon cross-country ski or snowshoe. When you
really?
go out and just, it's so bright, you can see, by the light of the silvery moon.
And she plays the piano beautifully also.
Anyway, so that will be at Sundance tonight. It begins at dusk, and it goes till 9 o'clock.
Okay, dusk up there because of the mountains is 5:30 about.
Definitely, yeah. I would
Yeah,
start at 5.
Yeah, you get up there early enough. Is there a cost?
There is, and it's a really reasonable cost. It's $15 per person, and with that you get the equipment rental and the use of all their trails, and it's really a great thing to do. They say bring a flashlight in case it's not quite bright enough for you, and the activities, like I said, start at dusk, go till 9, and you just go to their Alpine Cross Country Center. It's just off Timp Haven. So you take the road past Sundance, go on up,
Going around.
and you turn left at
Do you
Timp
go
Haven.
up to the next? Go over the bridge?
You go around.
You don't. You get out of the complex, and you don't go
Right.
like you're going behind the restaurant.
Right.
You-
Well, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're not on the main road. You go into Sundance property.
And
you go around behind everything. So stay on the road that goes around behind the lodge, and they'll pick you up back there.
because it's at the Cross Country Center.
Right.
And you know what? If we're really confusing you, you can call 801-223-4170.
Okay.
801-223-4170. You can call them up there for that. So tonight's the last night of that. I don't know if they're doing it in January, February, March. That's something you could go online and see.
Have you done this, actually?
Well, no. I've hiked the Y during a full moon. And even when it's pitch dark, I hike the Y with
and
my...
howled, no doubt. They're so crazy.
It is so
well,
fun.
that's one of those things that I would love to hear about, but there's not a chance in this world I'm going to go up and do it. So,
well, then someday
someday
I'll do it for you and let you know.
Please.
Okay, one more thing tonight
Okay.
only is the Messiah Sing-Along with the Utah Lyric Opera. We talked about this last week, but it's tonight. Tonight's the night at the Orem Public Library. And it is at the time, I have that here somewhere. The time is 7 o'clock, but I would suggest getting there early because
they fill up.
it fills
really
up.
fast,
And
yeah.
it's a free event, so it'll fill up even faster being a free event. So a phone number for that you can call is 801-229-7034. That's the Orem Public Library tonight. Messiah Sing-Along with Utah Lyric
That would be
Opera.
fun.
Yeah, Ariel Bybee. Remember we talked all about that?
Yeah, last week we talked about that. That's great.
So if
Tonight,
you-
the last night?
The only night.
The only night.
Right.
This is it. That we
Tonight,
talked about.
yeah. So there are so many options tonight for a Monday night activity, family home evening that you have. You can go sing along, take your copy of the Messiah. You can cross country ski under the light of the silvery moon. You can go to the UVU UCCU Events Center and see Ye Samake. And you can also... What was it? There's one more. What was it? Oh, yeah. At the Sarah tonight, Home for the Holidays, a family Christmas variety.
Many things going on, which is really wonderful. I'm going to start with what's happening next week so I can remember it because it just popped in my mind. Next Sunday evening at the Tabernacle in American Fork is the regional sing-along presented by the Singles.
Oh, really?
Of the LDS Church up there. And that starts, I think, at 7, but get there early because that's not a big building and it will fill up in a hurry.
Fill up.
Yeah,
Should we go together?
Let's go.
Okay, the 18th?
Yeah, the 17th, I think it is. Next
Sunday's
Sunday.
the 18th. That's when I'm going to that
Well,
holiday.
maybe it's on Saturday night then. Oh, dear. Wait. Don't write anything down. I'll have to find out.
There's
or
a website.
if you know, would you please get in our chat room and give
let
us
us know.
a note in the chat room whether
Right.
it's going to be Saturday night or Sunday night. I thought it was Sunday night. 18th, you think?
The 18th.
Okay.
And regardless, if there's something going on in Utah Valley and you'd like
Yeah.
us to talk about it, give us a call, email us, let us know so we can talk about it on the air also here on
There's
1480 KHQN and also on Pat, soon to be Julia utahlive.com.
You're too funny. And by the way, I want to mention something. I said I'd gone to a party at Julia's, or that she throws a great party. And I mentioned this to someone in my family, and they wanted me to describe it to them because they really weren't aware of it. I have been to a number of homes where we've had a snack to eat and then a sing-along. And it has really been fun. And can everybody sing? No, but a lot can.
Right.
So those of us that aren't really good singers, we get really close to people that really sing on our whether soprano, alto, or what it is. And that was very successful that you had the other night. So anyway, I was describing what it is. And you get together and you just call all your friends. They don't know each other necessarily. They're people you know that love to sing, just love to get together and sing. And everybody brings a little refreshment.
Plate of goodies.
Yeah.
I said, bring a plate of goodies. It can be healthy or decadent.
and it was.
One of the two.
Both.
Yeah, we had a little bit of
And it was
everything.
really fun. And it just, the way it works out. So then the next question was asked, do they bring their own music? No. You had about 30 copies
I did.
of everything, the little books. Where'd you get the little
You know,
books?
I actually went online because a few people asked me, where did you get those wonderful
Yeah.
books? And it's
Old Christmas carols. Many really old
old
Christmas
ones,
carols.
fun ones.
Yeah.
It's a nice mix. It's about a 5x7 book, and it's Hal Leonard. that publishing company, Hal Leonard. I think
H-A-L?
Yeah, H-A-L. I think it's Hal Leonard. And if you go to their website and put that in, it will come up. So it's purple and blue swirlies, and it's called the Christmas Caroling Book. And in the middle little square is a picture of the star and the wise men coming across on camels.
Well, you had
So
those,
the
but then
book
you
looks
had
like-
stacks of sheet music that came around also.
Well, yes, I taught music for a few years in the grade school back in California. So I had a lot of music from that, and yeah,
It's really fun.
It is fun.
And there's no particular organization to it. As soon as the song ends, we applaud each other sometime, and then occasionally somebody will say, I would like to do a solo.
Right.
And somebody sang "O Holy Night," and then there was something called a prayer.
Yeah, the prayer was a cappella by Danny Perry.
Danny
did that.
Perry.
That was gorgeous.
Who's about 6'4", just as cute as a bug's ear, and I've known him since he was 3 years old and haven't seen him since then.
Yeah, he
this
did a
was
great
really,
job.
really an extraordinary experience to see him.
And then we had
And
people playing
beautiful.
violin.
Yes,
Yes,
and then
it
your
was
son
fun.
played the guitar.
He
It was
played-
really fun, and people just kind of spontaneous, so you don't have to worry about entertaining them because we're all entertaining ourselves. And you passed out all this music, then you collected it, and I thought, this is great. What an easy way to have a party.
Well, easy for you. You just showed up. I had to
The
clean
fact
my
that she had
house.
3 Christmas trees totally decorated.
No,
and
I love it. I've been doing
goodies
it
everywhere.
I've been doing it for years. We did it in California, and then when I moved here, started doing it again. And what turned out so great was that the weather was good. There's a steep hill, and people were able to come because they weren't afraid of the snow.
I know I can't always go visit Julia. If it snows, I don't go skid around on the snow anymore. But yes, everybody should have one of these. They really should. And you could have it any night of the week. Have it at noon, whatever works for you. Have a cookie exchange, whatever it is. But then sit down and sing Christmas carols, because when you've been singing Christmas carols, for an hour with people, you learn about them. At the end, you had everybody introduce themselves, and it was just really fun. It was a fun evening. You tore up the piano. Who knew you could play? And it was absolutely just fun.
Oh,
so
thank
there's
you.
a
Thank you.
recommendation. It doesn't cost too much. It
Thanks,
does take
Pat.
a little time to get your house organized. But if you're there, just invite 30 or to 60 of your close friends over, and they'll all bring something, and it was really fun, and we hung around the kitchen till 11 o'clock. It was really fun.
True. Well, usually if you invite 50 or 60, like I do every year,
You
you
get
get
30.
you get 25 to 30.
30,
But
yeah.
this year we got almost 40. So
I
it was
know,
fun.
it was really fun.
Thanks, Pat.
And
Yeah, it was fun.
nobody sat around in a circle. That was interesting. You had the way the chairs were grouped. You had a group around here, and then another one over towards the corner, another out in the middle of the floor.
I created conversation
you
areas.
did. And everybody stayed in those conversational groups and kind of swirled themselves around, swiveled around, so that they could see the back of Julia playing the piano, since no one was leading. But it was just a community
Oh, I
sing.
led with my left
And
hand
we saw
one
that.
time.
We saw that.
On
Saw
Jingle
that.
Bells, I was up here and I
She
was
had
going,
the bells
1,
going and-
2, 3, come in now. That's what we did. And it
But you
worked.
don't have to be that musical. Find somebody to play the piano and just jump in and do it. It was a great time, and I recommend it. And if you're alone, get over it. Go see somebody. Call them all to come see you, and have a really good time during the holidays. I know Saturday and Sunday are going to be hard for a lot of people who live alone, and I do understand that. I do better than a lot. And I've just learned to say, okay, I'm going to take all the fun things that happened during the holidays up to that point, and then just think about them all day long.
Oh, good. Live off of that for a
Live
while.
off of that. All right. What time is it? Okay. We want to do a little commercial and thank Bob Lavender. He is such a good friend to us, and he is the major sponsor for Julia's show. And so we want to talk to you about his business, what he's doing. And Bob, mwah, mwah, happy holidays to you.
In Houston.
And Merry
He's in
Christmas.
Houston.
In Houston. Well, he can watch us on the internet. All right. Let's go.
Well, Bob owns, and he started LDSagents.com. And it's a wonderful service that provides realty service, whether you're buying or selling your home. You can, for free, you can go and see what's available on his website, ldsagents.com.
There's an S on agents. Okay.
ldsagents.com. It's a nationwide service with over 3,000 real estate agents across the country. So if you know anybody I moved a lot for a while when I was first married. We lived in Mexico, we lived in Arkansas, we lived in California. We moved a lot, and it would have been so nice.
Town, Julia.
I did. Matter of fact, after a few years, they told me, get out of town, Julia, leave Arkansas. And it would have been great to have that, because people that know the neighborhoods, know the ward boundaries, where the meeting house is, that would be just such a huge help than trying to figure it out
That's
on
where
your
the
own.
schools are and what neighborhoods have children to play with and what ages and so forth. It's a huge service.
Mm-hmm. And early morning seminary.
Right.
When I lived in California and Arkansas, that we had early morning seminary.
6 o'clock in the morning.
Right, you remember those days
I
too.
remember getting up for those days. Couldn't wait for the oldest child to start driving. Say, oh, just wave when you go out the door.
So if you have friends or family that are moving, tell them about ldsagents.com, and it's a free service. They can help buy, sell, or finance with an agent who really understands your values, your priorities, and your lifestyle. It's ldsagents.com. Now, these services provided by ldsagents.com, I want to mention they're not endorsed nor provided by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It is a separate business, but it's a great service and opportunity for you to, and especially now with the way it is in so many people's lives, they're finding themselves having to move and look for work or whatever their circumstances. So it's ldsagents.com, and it's free. So tell everybody about it and let them go for it when they're moving.
I think it'd be great. It's a great service because I remember going through that a couple of times, and I would love to have known about this service. So
well, even those people that
rather
live,
have me drive the neighborhoods.
to do it all.
Yeah.
People that live across the oceans, live overseas. It's online, so it's easily accepted.
People coming to this country for the first time or moving to another country.
Right.
LDSagents.com is the service for you.
Great.
There. Thank you, Julia.
You're welcome.
Thank you again, Bob. Okay. Now, what are we doing the rest of the week? This has been a really fun time. Of course, I always have fun with Julia, but this is such a fun time of year. And I looked at all of your trees the other day and realized all the work you'd put into them. So I'm not putting one up. I'm going to read a wreath on the door. We plugged it in.
That's okay.
So I have lights on the door.
That's okay.
Well, I've decided the last, I think, 7 years, I put a tree up and I take it down no later than about July 15th.
Oh, we're the same.
I just leave it up. It
We did
takes
the
forever.
same.
Everything is pink and gold and glass and I've got real pearls that I put all over the tree
pretty.
and
how pretty.
strings of them and all. It takes forever.
It does.
And
It
when
does.
my granddaughters were teenagers and still around, they'd come over and help. And it takes about 4 or 5 hours with the 5 or 6 people. But then it takes forever to take it apart. And of course,
It's
they're
taking
gone
it
back
down.
to
Oh,
school.
of course,
and-
they're gone. You're on
and
your
now
own.
they're all older except one. And they're not interested in coming to help Grandma decorate this tree anymore. So it stayed up till July, and I enjoyed it. And people would come in and say, "Is that a real tree? How have you managed to keep it up?" So
No. Well, I was lucky. My daughter came up from Phoenix that first Saturday in December. And so she and my son helped. And we have an LGB train that's sort of a
that was
large.
running the whole night the other night.
Yeah,
I loved it.
under the tree.
Oh,
Well,
it made
I
me
told-
think of when my boys had, we put them on big sheets of plywood and stored them under the bed. And I
the
went,
train?
Oh, the train,
Oh.
yeah, on big plywood. And then we'd hook all the plywood, and it was all over the house. Just fun
too
stuff.
fun.
But it was a nice, sweet, tender moment. I stood by your tree and had a moment.
Oh, I'm glad you could have that moment. Well, this year there's a large atrium glass window that goes, gosh, what is it, 30 feet?
At
So
least.
last year my son used all the track, everything we had, and it went around the tree, and then it looped around, then it went down, and then it came back and
You couldn't
looped again.
walk.
Yeah, and I said, I have too many people coming. I said, keep it right there
It's
around
just
the
darling,
tree.
goes around the tree. But
Yep.
it was great
fun.
memories.
Well, good, Pat. Well, it was fun, and it's an exciting time, and it is a lot of work with that tree. We kept ours up through April, and we put all these hearts up for February, and then we put St. Patrick's Day and all the 4-leaf clovers, and then finally we took it down in April. But maybe not this year. We'll get it down faster.
Oh, maybe next year I'll think about it. I've got one set of twin boys, grand boys, and they're 7-8 months now. And then I've got another twin set of granddaughters coming.
Two twins.
Plus another little girl coming.
Oh, wow.
And so a lot happening, and they'll be just the age to just tear everything off the tree. So it'll be really fun next year.
Well, look forward to that for sure. It will be fun. It will
All
be
right.
fun.
We're going to try and get serious, but that may not happen here. Okay. Covey, we're going to talk about what's going on this week. Something's happening at the Joyful Noise at the Covey Center.
Right. Now, the next things we're going to talk about are things that are happening only this week. So you can get it on your
this week?
Right,
Okay.
yeah. A few might go into next Monday, but it's mostly this week is when it's continuing through or it's ending this week. And at the Covey is Joyful Noise, and I've seen that. It's in their black box. It's a wonderful production of how Handel came to write the Messiah. And there's no music. It's a play.
It's a play.
And I'm not sure who's doing it this year. I know the last 2 years, Lonnie Keith played Handel. And all the other actors and actresses were just phenomenal. It was very, very good. And the little black box theater there at the Covey is small. And I think it doesn't hold more than maybe 60, 70 people. I'm not sure. And it's wonderful because it's so intimate. You're right there with the actors. And it's really a great experience if you haven't been there. So
They're on Center Street?
Right, Center Street in Provo, the Covey Center for the Arts. Joyful Noise ends on the 17th. Then there'll be no more Joyful Noise, I guess.
Not after. Well, at least from there.
But the hours, it's at 7:30.
Okay.
Most productions at the Covey start at 7:30. And the price is $12. It's general admission. So it's first come, first serve with the seating. And the phone number is 801-852-7007. 801-852-7007. And that's Joyful Noise at the Covey Center.
That sounds like it'd be fun.
It is. It's a really good show.
Is anybody talking about first night yet?
No, we'll talk about that soon. That's on...
Is that coming up?
Yeah, New Year's Eve.
Well, really?
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that in a few weeks.
I did know that. All righty then. How about the Holiday Night Live? What's that about?
Holiday Night Live is a fun production, and that's this week at UVU, Utah Valley University, and it goes through the 17th also, and it's at the Norda Theater, and it's at 7:30. Price is $5, and it's created fresh every year by the Black Box Repertory Company, and it's UVU's annual send-up to the holiday a la a musical theater Saturday Night Live evening. I've never seen it. It sounds so fun.
Because this is not their main theater.
No, it's on the campus there. I have never been there, and I am going to make sure I can get there Friday or Saturday night to see this.
But it's on the UVU campus, and it's the... What is it?
The Norda Theater.
The Norda Theater.
N-O-O-R-D-A, Norda Theater.
Okay.
And if you need information for that, you can call 801-863-4636. 7:30, and it's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Let's give that number again.
801-863-4636. 4636.
I'm telling you, if you don't have anything planned, it's because you're not trying. Because there's sure a lot of things to
and
go
$5.
to.
There are so
that's
many.
Easy for $5.
So many things here are so affordable, and then of course free.
Now this is just this Holiday Night Live is a little bit out of the box.
I'm hoping it is.
Yeah, I think it is.
I'm hoping it is.
I've suddenly realized where I heard about it. It's going to be fun.
I think it sounds like a blast for sure.
It's more maybe to the student crowd. To the
younger crowd? What are you saying, Pat? What are you saying? I'm going to go and have a great time.
All righty then.
For sure.
Okay, and then BYU is doing something.
They are. They are doing, well, actually, also this week only, I wanted to mention that the Greg Olson exhibition is going on right now at the Woodbury Museum, the Woodbury Art Museum, which is in the University Mall. And it's there right by Nordstrom's. It's in the southeast corner of University Mall. And his opening gala event was Friday night. And my neighbor, Sue Parkinson, lives right across the street. And she is a professor of art there. And she was the one putting it on and was so excited. And my other neighbor across the street did all the catering, Sue Bushnell. And I guess it was just a wonderful, wonderful event. So it's free. And the hours of operation at the Woodbury Art Museum is 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Wednesday through Saturday. Tuesday, actually. Let's go back.
I think it's Tuesday.
Tuesday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Can you
right.
just drop in?
Yes, yeah, it's free.
Just come by and
enjoy all the artwork. And he has 3 new pieces, actually, also.
Ooh, that's worth going
right,
for.
Right. And they're for sale. And a lot of the proceeds of this is to go back towards the UVU art program and scholarships for the art students. So
okay, and we know that this is out at the University Mall. It's a little, you have to think about where to go.
Right. And
it's upstairs on the 2nd floor of the University Mall out on State Street and University Parkway in Orem.
Right. So if you want more information on that, you can call 801-863-4200. That's 801-863-4200. It's free, and Wednesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. So Tuesday night is the late night that you can go to that.
Good.
So that's another wonderful free thing that we can do here. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about that.
We're going to do Buffalo Bills?
Buffalo Bills Wild West in England by Jolly. Buffalo Bill.
I picked up a flyer on this the other day.
Did you?
Yeah, and there's one that came out, and there is one that came out in the mail.
Oh, great.
Also about Buffalo Bills Wild West in England. And I thought, what the heck is that? So that's going to be English, my dear.
Well, yes. Frank Christiansen is a BYU Associate Professor of English at BYU, and he's been doing a lot of research on...
He's married to my niece.
Oh, is he really?
Yes.
Well, then
He
you
went to Brown University.
Oh, my goodness. Well, then you know about it.
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't know about it?
I haven't a clue.
Okay. Well, it's...
Other than I saw the flyer, and it looked absolutely insanity.
Well, it's
Fun.
Tuesday at 7 p.m., this Tuesday,
Okay.
7 p.m. at the Provo Library. And I guess after 6 months run in England, Wild Bill Cody, it sort of established his show, and that's what sort of kicked off all those years of his performing and going around the world, because those 6 months in
Roping
England.
and writing and such stuff.
Yeah. So it's the Utah Valley Historical Society is hosting this, and it's at 7 o'clock tomorrow, Tuesday, Provo Library, 801-489-8256.
Do it again.
801-498-8256. So that's tomorrow night.
Provo Library is on University Avenue in Provo between about 5th and 6th North.
Right.
Does that sound right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's the old academy.
It is.
Yes.
Wonderful place now, though. many things
It's probably
going
in the
on
ballroom up there.
On the top floor.
Right.
And if you drive, it has underground parking, and any one of the elevators will get you there. But the one that gets you straight up to the 3rd floor is when you go underground, you go straight ahead to the wall, make a right turn, which is the only way you can go, and there will be an entrance there. Walk through it, get on the elevator, go straight to the 3rd floor. It's
Excellent.
Easy to do that.
And why not talk about the BYU basketball game on Saturday? Well, since we're talking BYU, BYU won 61-42
I heard that.
against Utah. So that's
And that's always good.
that's
Sorry
always-
about that if you're wearing red.
hey, I am happy for whoever works hard and wins.
Oh,
Then
my
they deserve
goodness
it.
sakes.
Then they deserve it.
She's so fair. Okay. Let's see. What else? Oh, I want to mention that next week I'm going to have a lady on named Lynn Millman, and she is also an artist. And I spent days looking for a Christmas card with a nativity on it or something with the Christ child and Mary and Joseph. And she has a winner.
Oh, does she
She
really?
does, and
Oh.
she's going to be on, and she'll be reading the story, her personal story of how she came to paint this painting, and it will be with music, violin music behind it. It's going to be a very nice day, and I can't remember what day it is. but
Okay.
I think it's next week, or maybe it's this week.
Has she
And-
made greeting cards out of the painting?
Yes,
Oh,
she has made greeting cards out of them, but I think I got the last ones that are in print.
Okay.
So you will be getting one, but they're frameable. They're 5x7s, and they're lovely to frame. So if you would like a Christmas card from me, would you please let me know? 801-362-9552. We'd like to again mention our great sponsor, ldsagents.com. So let's do it. Let's mention them again, and let's go to commercial. Can we do that, Kelly? Good. Thank you. We'll be right back.
Moving? LDSagents.com is a free nationwide service connecting you with over 3,000 real estate agents who understand questions about meeting house locations, ward boundaries, early morning seminary, and family neighborhoods. Buy, sell, or finance with an agent who understands you. LDSagents.com. Moving?
We're back.
Are we back? We're back. All right. Okay, we appreciate
There was something that I didn't mention. Oh, here it is. Tonight only is the last night. It is the Ballroom Winter Dance Show, and it's the at UVU again, and it's at the Reagan Theater, and it's 7:30, and it's $10 if you'd like to go to their school's Ballroom Dance Winter Show. And they were the group that was on national TV and danced, wasn't it? The UVU dance team.
I think so.
I think so too. So that's tonight.
We've got all this great talent in this valley between BYU and UVU and other private groups, really just tremendous singing, dancing, wonderful, wonderful talent. Makes a holiday season just an amazing experience. We don't have to go very far to have a great, great experience. And with our new event centers, that's what it's called?
Right.
Convention Center?
Right. The new convention center, the Utah Valley Convention Center, is going to be done in April.
It will be ready to go in April, and it's lined up. I'm sure they're booked for 2 years out. But I would love to go see the Nutcracker, but I don't want to go up to Salt Lake to see it. So I'm hoping that somebody will bring a production of that down here.
Well, there is one right now,
There
Pat.
is? Did I forget
What
that?
a great segue and lead-in. Yes, yes. At the Covey Center, the Utah Regional Ballet is doing the Nutcracker.
Oh.
And if you get your tickets for next Monday night, the 19th, they are a reduced price, actually, for Family Home Evening on the 19th. And
that's great.
I'm going that night.
I'm going then.
Okay, well then I'll see you there.
How much are the tickets?
I'm
going to take a granddaughter.
I think $16.
Okay.
Right. So that's December, started on the 10th, and it goes through the 20th, and it's at the Covey Center for the Arts. The hours are performing at 7:30, and then Saturday they have a 2 o'clock matinee. Maybe that would
This
be
coming Saturday, that would be good.
Yes, a 2 o'clock
All right, I'll see
matinee
if
for
we
your
get tickets to
granddaughter.
that. Okay, don't any of you buy tickets because I want to be able to get in. No,
You'll be able to get in. You'll be able to get in.
That again, it's on Center Street in Provo. Easy to find, big sign out front. Is there a phone number?
There is. It's 801-852-7007. 801-852-7007. The price ranges from $16 to $26, and it's wonderful, the Tchaikovsky music. I don't know if there's a live orchestra or if it's a recording, but it doesn't matter because either way, it's Tchaikovsky.
And it's wonderful, and I'm going to say this is not a huge, huge theater, so all the seats should be good seats.
Every seat is so good in
should
that
be
theater.
Good.
I think there's about close to 700 seats, so you can't get a bad seat. And it's one of the largest stages that we have.
I'm glad that you know about that and have shared that, because I looked the other day at a flyer I got on the Nutcracker in Salt Lake, and I thought, don't want to go there. But for years, when my kids were smaller, I took some of them to see the Nutcracker. I just think it's a great experience. The music is fantastic, and who doesn't recognize it? And by the time a child's heard it 3 times, they can practically hum it along, but they certainly know which dance or the little soldiers.
It's such a great tradition.
Or the dolls or whatever.
My mom took me into Chicago to see it every year when I was growing up, and it was just, it's magical. It is truly magical. Yeah.
And do they have the trees growing? I love the tree growing.
Oh, yes.
The way the tree grows. Mm-hmm. I tried to do that once for production. I put on a Newport Beach on the stage, and I had things turning and going, and we had this thing rigged so the tree would grow. And it got halfway up, and it was grown.
Oh, it was
and
spent.
We groaned, and that was it. We could not get this thing. Of course, the production it took, But it's a great. The little kids just go like this. It's wonderful to see this tree grow right in front of them.
Well, my friends and neighbors' daughters have all been in it, and she was quite the prima ballerina also. So it's fun when I get to go and see people I know performing.
It is fun
also, and to take
friends. One of my granddaughters is a ballerina, and she's been going to school at U of U and been in all these productions. It's been so much fun to enjoy seeing the production. You're right, when somebody you know is in it. It makes all the difference.
I'm laughing talking about ballet. It's bringing back such memories. I took ballet classes, and it just wasn't my thing. And I took tap and I took modern and jazz, but I just could not.
Did they try and get you up on
Oh
point?
gosh, I couldn't even get to that point. No, I just remember this one move. We're going like this, and they said, "Don't drop the pizza." That's all I remember. I think I was about 7 years old, and we have pictures of me in my little ballerina outfit tutu, and I just looked so pathetic.
Well,
I wasn't very
honey,
good.
in South Carolina and North Carolina, when y'all grow up, everybody has to take ballet, a tap, and they have to take toe. They have to get far enough to go on point. And then we have hoop skirts, all the old-fashioned hoop skirts, things right out of the 1800s, early 1900s, all this costuming that we had. So I grew up in a little costume. I wore it a couple of years we did this. This, of course, I'm going to tell you when it was, what war, but it was during a war. And it was silver, and it had a blue and red stars all over this little tap outfit. And we just tapped our way along, and then we had to come out and be very elegant in our big hoop skirts and our big puff sleeves, and our hair was all done up. Well, I haven't changed my hairstyle, actually.
I'm glad you don't do the hoop skirt anymore.
No, we don't do hoop skirts anymore.
But dance just provides
fun.
such
freedom
and structure and knowing your body and posture. When I see my girlfriend who was a prima ballerina walking, I just go, oh my gosh, she has phenomenal posture. And
it does make a difference.
It makes a huge difference.
We learn to stand straight with your chin up. And I told my granddaughters, who were just so terrified at age 5 when they turned 5, they were dancing, and I said, put your finger on your chin, push your chin up and smile. No one will know you're totally terrified.
Smile. Just smile.
Just
keep
smile. Your chin up. Right.
Too fun. Too fun.
Where are we? We've completely
Where
lost
are
track
we?
of what we're
well,
supposed
we've
to be
done the
doing here.
Nutcracker.
Okay.
And also tonight and next Monday night at Thanksgiving Point, they're continuing to do the ice sculpture.
You know, I wanted to get out there to see that, and I don't know that I'm going to. I hope somebody has some footage of it that we could show. That would be
I saw a
fun if we
picture in the paper, and I think the first night he did a very intricate snowflake, is what I thought I saw in the newspaper. But that's at Thanksgiving Point. It starts at 6:30, and he finishes by 8:30. So you can go at any time there, and whatever process he's in, and
Well, he must be doing something different every night. The weather's
Right.
been cold enough to keep these from melting, except a couple of days.
right.
So what does he do at night to save them?
Well,
Puts them in a refrigerator.
no, no, they just leave it outside.
Do they
I'm sure
really?
they just leave it outside for everybody to enjoy. Because I'm sure it lasts till the next day because it has been so cold. So
I
of
know.
course it's free. It's at Thanksgiving Point, and that's there in Lehigh. Phone number, if you want some information on that, is 801-768-2300. That's the ice sculpting demonstration.
Okay, and then we have a brass concert. What's going on?
Oh yes, the Utah Premier Brass. They're just. Have you ever gone to their concerts?
Well, is this the brothers? Is this the
No.
I've been to one where they all have horns.
Yep. No.
And they were great. They were in Southern California when I saw them.
Yeah, was that the Bronson brothers?
Yes.
Yes.
They were just amazing.
They are extremely talented.
So
they
this
are
is
extremely
another.
talented.
This is Utah Premier Brass.
Yes, Utah
concert.
Premier Brass. It's an orchestra of just brass instruments. And I've gone to their performances, and I played trumpet, and I played baritone, and all.
So feminine.
I know, see, that says a little about me because I started on flute, and it was so quiet and boring, I couldn't stand it. So then I went to trumpet, and they needed a baritone player. Now, for those of you that don't know, a baritone is like a mini tuba. And I was not a large woman, and I played the baritone, and I loved it because it had all the counter melodies, and it was just a beautiful instrument. And so they have all the brass instruments, and they are going to have their Christmas program on December 21st at 7 o'clock at the Sarah in Orem, and it's called Silver and Gold, a Brass Christmas. I just love their concerts, so I'll be there.
Fun.
And so if more information, you can go to sarah.org, www.sarah.org.
All right.
So for the Utah Premier Brass.
Hey, were we going to do something with skiing or some photographs today, or did that happen, or is that next
No, I
week?
haven't been skiing yet. I'm going Friday.
What were we going to show, the pictures that we were going to do?
Yes, let's do that before our time goes by. Thank you so much. It's information that I wanted to share about the new outlets that are going in at Traverse Mountain there in Lehigh, right next to Cabela's. I know we have a picture that we can put up on that.
There it is. Oh, my goodness.
Right. So that's where it's going to be.
Describe that to the radio.
Okay,
Stream in
that's
2012.
right there.
Are you willing to put
across
out the
from
effort,
Thanksgiving
generate some
Point,
cash flow?
just south of Cabela's.
Pat Sheranian
on
is seeking
SR
10 motivated
92, which
individuals
they're
to join
now
her
working
Kiani
on,
team as
and it's going to be called Timpanogos Highway, I think is the
Which
new
is
name.
really the Alpine off-ramp, and you're going towards
Highland Alpine.
Highland
Right.
Alpine. Wow.
And this outlet mall is going to be really nice, upscale stores, and it's the Craig Realty Group that is building it and putting it together. And did you know that about 5 million annual visitors go to Cabela's? It's one of our number
are
one.
kidding.
No, Cabela's is one of our number one tourist attractions here in the state of Utah.
The first time I went out there, I really wanted roller skates on. I wasn't ready for a wheelchair, but I tell you, I walked and walked. That's a huge store.
And that 5 million annual visitors is actually higher than the combined visitation to Utah's 5 national parks.
My goodness.
More people annually go to Cabela's. And so what a great location for, you think about it, not every wife or girlfriend really wants to hang out with the stuffed animals and the guns and the fish. And so right next door is going to be a premier shopping outlet center.
How fun.
Isn't that great? And do you remember the Citadel?
Of course.
Well, this is the same group that did it. The Citadel is on the 5 freeway in L.A., a big outlet shopping center.
Right.
And so the Craig Realty Group is the same
That'll
company.
be spectacular.
So, yeah, I wanted to show that and let people know about that. I apologize. I don't know when the completion date is done, but obviously when it's done,
We'll let
know.
you know. We'll
let
you
you
know.
know, and you can go for that.
Okay, we've got a couple of other things. Wakeboarding.
Yeah.
Get it out of here, as cold as it is.
I know, but I was so
I got to go
excited.
swimming the other morning. It was 17 degrees. It did not take much to turn me back around and head back in the house.
Yeah, it was
and
quite
I
cold.
love swimming in the morning.
It was quite cold.
But it was too cold. So who's wakeboarding on Utah Lake?
Well, in Eagle Mountain, it's going to be Utah's first wakeboard park. And it actually came a stepper close to reality. That's not just a step. That's a few steps when it's a stepper close.
It's a new word.
I make up words all the time. One word I made up years ago that I like is hodily. Like,
Hodily?
oh, that was hodily cool, meaning the whole bit was total hodily. I make up words all the time. I guess I don't know if there's therapy for that.
Very creative.
But anyway, the wakeboard park is Eagle Mountain actually is participating in this, and they approved a site plan for the park on last Tuesday.
So wait a minute. So we're going to go out the one little tiny road, which I hope.
No, it's not so tiny anymore, and you have Pioneer Crossing, which can get you out there so fast. My daughter teaches.
Is that the road
out there
that they put in south of the Lehigh, going through the middle of Lehigh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right there by
Okay.
American Fork. No, there's great east-west corridors now that
Okay.
we're having there.
Thank
so
you.
So the owners of this are hoping.
Another new word.
Another
for our
new
listening
word.
audience.
hoping. That's what I get for taking a day off. My mind isn't clicking. They're Memorial Day, they would like to open on Memorial Day. And so they'll have permanent restrooms there. It's going to be a park area right there. And so
For
what it is.
picnicking and all kinds of fun things.
But what it is, and I've never
So
seen
it's not
this.
wakeboarding on the lake at this time of the year.
Not now.
Oh,
well,
thank you.
They might because people can wear
No,
wetsuits and dry
no.
suits.
It's too cold.
It's too cold. But it's pretty exciting because what they do is they have a long cable that goes from one 20-foot tower to the other 20-foot tower, and it pulls these wakeboarders so you don't need a boat.
How fun. Now that's fun.
And one of them is going to be able to pull 10 wakeboarders at a time. And so, like I said, I've never seen how
Have you
they do it.
volunteered? Volunteer.
Yes. I wakeboard.
Excuse me.
I get up, no problem. People say, how do you get up? Some people struggle. I have no problem getting up. I don't see what the problem is. But once I'm up and the board starts to go across the wake, I just sort of stay there because I look at the wake and it looks huge when you're out there. And I remember my kids would go, Mom, get back. I'm going, no. So I just hang out there till I was tired and then I let
you were
go.
good water skiing then?
Yeah, I liked slaloming. Yeah. I like to water ski. But it sounds like it's just going to be so fun. It's going to be hopefully done in 2012, and wakeboarding is like snowboarding is to skiing, wakeboarding is to water skiing. So it's like riding a surfboard.
Oh, I know, it's fun.
So they proposed these
Not
two
that
lakes.
I'm going to do it, but my kids tell me it's fun.
Yeah, and the speed of the pull is adjustable, so beginners and experts can go. I know a lot of the young boys that grew up with my son, and we went to Lake Powell, were amazing wakeboarders, and
that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So much going on and more to come. Julia's going to be doing this, going to be with me as a co-host till the end of December, and then January 2nd, she starts her own hour on Mondays, and I'll take it off and go play and shop and have a good time.
But every once in a while, I might need you as a guest.
Well, we can do that.
Turn around is fair play.
Not really. Okay, we're going to run a couple of ads right before we go out, and let's hear from LDS agents again. And also one of our Kyani ads would be just great. And we'll be right back.
LDSagents.com is a free nationwide service connecting you with over 3,000 real estate agents who understand questions about meeting house locations, ward boundaries, early morning seminary, and family neighborhoods. Buy, sell, or finance with an agent who understands you. LDSagents.com. Moving?
LDS for a natural boost to your workout? Have you studied up on the benefits of nitric oxide production to your performance? Then you'll want to try Kyani's Nitro Extreme. Nitro Extreme promotes cardiovascular health and improved blood flow, supports muscle contraction and relaxation, as well as nerve transmission. I use Nitro Extreme right before I lift weights, and I've never been stronger in my entire life. If you don't try Nitro Extreme, you'll never know what you're missing. Call 801-362-9552 to order yours today. That's 801-362-9552. Are you an
We're back. Thank you so much for being with us today. This has been really fun. Julia Currey is such a good person to have as a co-host because we just have fun here, and that's really what Mondays are all about. Sometimes it's hard to get up and get started, so we hope that we have helped your day a little bit.
Oh, heavens, I was up at 5:30.
Oh, don't talk to me.
Who says it's hard to get up?
Well, for those of us that are night owls and would rather be up till 2 in the morning,
That's true.
Mornings are a little tough.
True.
But we appreciate you and hope that you're having a good time with us. You can always join in our chat room, which is right under the picture you're looking at. And if you're on the radio, of course, call me on 362-9552. We've got one last little thing we want to talk about and see if you could help out with this. So.
Right. I came across this, and I think it's just a wonderful thing that's being done by BYU's Red Center. They're conducting oral history interviews and collecting stories about downtown Provo and the Provo Tabernacle. So if you have stories, memories that you would like to share about times you've been in the Tabernacle, contact them at 801-422-7585. And you can email them also if you want to write down your memories or history and thoughts about the Provo Tabernacle and downtown Provo to historicdowntownprovo@gmail.com.
Give those again, everything again.
historicdowntownprovo@gmail.com. So I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that have fond memories about times they've spent at the Tabernacle, people they've seen at the Tabernacle, performances they've gone to. So that would be historicdowntownprovo@gmail.com, or you can call 801-422-7585.
Also, on Friday again, we have Monica coming on, Barbara, with her friend that she's going to be interviewing and talking about movies. They're bringing us up to date on all the movies that are happening.
Great.
And then sometime this week, the Herald will be running an ad about our show and all of us. We'd like to thank the Daily Herald. They keep us informed, and we're going to be giving a news item about that they're going to send us each day.
Oh, great.
Catch us up on the news at the 12 o'clock hour. So that's
Can I
coming
make up words?
No, well, certainly you can always make up
Can
words.
I make up words?
And we also have popcorn coming tomorrow and Thimbles and Thread. we're going to see if we can work a giveaway for the popcorn. So, yeah, I think that's tomorrow, and we're going to split that hour between a couple of merchants, and we'll have a good time. A lot of things coming up, a lot of fun between now and Christmas, so hope you come back and visit with us, and thank you for your time today. We appreciate your being here on KHQN 1480 AM and also pat.utahvalleylive.com.
And we'd also like to thank LDSagents.com for their sponsorship.
Took those words right out of my mouth.
That's because I wanted to make sure we got that in. If you're thinking of moving, selling, or financing, contact them at www.ldsagents.com.
Have a great day. Thanks for both of us.
Thank you. Bye-bye.